Hey there. We don't have our old friend hot tea, but we're continuing forward anyway because we got to keep moving. If you're going to do an audiobook, you need to keep working on it and keep working on it and keep working on it and keep working on it. It takes a long time. It is absolutely worth doing. It's a ton of fun when you can actually get over yourself. Freeing up and doing a performance is a pile of fun, and making a book into something that's a little bit more active is awesome. Plus, with Don't Die Dave, we get a lot of jokes. So that lets you screw around, lets me screw around a lot, having fun with this, which is where the joy comes from. And that is the HVAC off. It is now 5 degrees outside, and there is no heat going into my house. So nothing gets in the way of this beautiful microphone recording every single beautiful tone coming out of me, which I'm not going to get because I don't have any hot tea, but Chapter 32, Games Within Games. Point! Point! Hank yells too loud. Big Boy and I are sitting on the race car bed. Big Boy and I are sitting on the race car bed playing a holographic version. Big Boy and I are sitting on the race car bed playing a holographic version of Pong. He's pretty good. He's pretty good for an 8-year-old barbarian. That's what you want as part of the audiobook. Let's save that for later. Velociraptor. Not better than me, of course. Not better than me, of course. I played Pong. I played Pong when I was younger than he is, way back when it was the world's first video game. And I played it with a single-minded zeal that caused more than one argument with my mom. This holographic version is 3D Pong, an unthinkable leap into sci-fi that would have felt more like magic than technology to kid-sized me. Middle-aged me is fixated on the idea that I'm inside a video game playing another game. I can't quite wrap my head around that. Games within games. I prefer Pong. I'll let Hank win the next 3 sets. We've got plenty of time to kill. Rating the biggest Rift Elite quest in the galaxy is going to take all 8 of us. Right now, the night shift is all offline, getting their rest or whatever they have to do to meet up for the same 10-hour window. Until then, we're in Living Legend timeout. Travel in the game doesn't take long. Riftborn might lose players if it did, but the night shift made sure to log out while we were in hyperspace. The brief period when Riftborn would normally load the next section of the game. Now Hank, Pepper, and I are riding in the transition screen. Our destination can't arrive until the night shift does. For the first time since entering the game, I'm in what passes as a safe room. Outside, there's just a looping animation of stars shooting past us like we're traveling. We may not be moving, but I feel like I'm getting somewhere. I checked the Living Legends leaderboard again, still unable to believe I'm in the top 10. Living Legend leaderboard. VSC hype score. Rick Van Otterdick. 1,366,500. Pepper, Pepper, 1,190,750. Cinnapalm, 635,990. Jim Bones, 600,120. Cowabunga, 531,200. Martine K, 251,800. DDD, 191,830. Tankpocalypse Rex, 165,450. Stroik the Slayer, 110,220. Fancy Marjoram, 91,700. I hate that. I'm going to redo this for the audiobook. That's just vomit. Let's see if I need to reference any. We don't. Great. Okay. Let's redo that after VSC hype score. First place, Rick Van Otterdick. Second place, Pepper. Third place, Cinnapalm. Fourth place, Jim Bones. Fifth place, Cowabunga. Sixth place, Martine K. Seventh place, DDD. Eighth place, Tankpocalypse Rex. Ninth place, Stroik the Slayer. 10th place, Fancy Marjoram. All right, at least that'll be shorter. Rick Van Otterdick. I gotta meet that guy. Pepper is still marked with an asterisk like Roger Maris when he beat Babe Ruth's record. But there's no indication of what that asterisk means. My guess is the programmers don't even know how to classify her. But I'm there too, in 7th place with $200,000, give or take. Not bad for 35 days of work. There may be a light at the end. Of this human asset tunnel. Which looks better? Hank raises his massive weapons. You think I should use my guns or my axe? I think you should use your head. He hefts his weapons. Seriously. What? Seriously, you can't just jump in and start wailing on mobs. Hank, you need to be safer about Napoleon Dynamite. He storms away through the hollow pong. He's been like this for the last hour. The kid is grouchy from being cooped up so long. Every time! Can't you just stop telling me what to do like you're my dad? You're always telling me to be safe. I mean, look at me. He flexes armadillo-sized muscles. I'm too cracked to get hurt. Never even been below 30 health. Not once. Every time. I'm sick of fighting this kid. Trying to protect him from himself. I glance out the window, and even through the streaking stars of hyperspace, I see the rift storm rising, an inevitable maelstrom eating its way across the void, 5 days away from destroying the galaxy and us with it. Have you ever seen a living legend lose all three hearts? No, but I know what it means. Hank snorts. Game over. Game over. I don't know. I don't know if the kid really understands what he's saying. Part of me thinks he does, that he knows the stakes are life and death. Another part of me thinks he's 8. I give up. If Hank knows the truth, there's no point in reminding him. If he doesn't, I won't be the one to drop that bomb on him. If he doesn't, I won't be the one to drop that bomb on him. Just be careful. We're apparently done with Pong, so I drop to the floor and begin my push-up regimen. I found out I get a strength bonus from working out. My strength isn't great, but my stamina is. I can get past 300 push-ups before I get tired. And I play a game to see if I can beat my last record. Oh, I need more skins. Hank poses as he flips through his options, changing his armor color, his hairstyle, and his pants. Changing his armor color, his hairstyle, and his pants. I want to look fire. I want to look drippy. Drippy. I snort as I continue my push-ups. Drippy means gross and wet. I mean, I get it. To you, drippy means cool or bling or whatever. But the translation is hanky as hell. The translation is hinky as hell. Hinky? Jacked, effed up. Fine, dusty dork, Dave. Fine, dusty dork, Dave. He grumps. I want to look cool. To who? To everybody. Hank spreads his hands at the universe. Like a basketball player, a pop star. Goated. That's another one. You're going to be a drippy goat. Hank laughs. Finally. I'm getting him to relax. The kid has too much pent-up boy energy. He gets down on the floor to join me doing push-ups. Forget cool, kid. Cool fades fast. Trust me. Besides, not everything's about you. It would be if I was goated. He does faster push-ups than me. I can do 200 before you do 100. Bet. Another game. I beat him barely. Both of us collapse, sweating as an alert pops up. New feat. Daily driver. You completed a habit 3 days running. Buffs +1 to any skill you practice daily. Caps at 25%. This buff ends when your streak does. Don't skip leg day. This buff ends when your streak does. Don't skip leg day. Hank pants, sweating. He smiles. I just want to be the best. You're already the best. I got so used to managing teenagers over the years, I forgot elementary school kids have. I got so used to managing teenagers over the years, I forgot elementary school kids have unrealistic expectations too. All you see are the big heroes, the superstars, the LeBrons, the Taylor Swifts, the big moments. But not everything is a big moment, Hank. But not everything is a big moment, Hank. Goats get there with a bunch of little moments. Goats get there with a bunch of little moments with help from a lot of people you never see. Goats get there with a bunch of little moments with a lot of help from a lot of people you don't see. For some reason, I think of Molly. What she gave me, what she made me. What she gave me, what she made me. What she gave me, what she made me. What I've become without her. You want to be a goat? You need people to lift you up. People who don't care if you drip. Time for nummies. Time for nummies. Pepper appears with a tray. She lifts the silver lid. She lifts the silver lid to reveal beef Wellington with glazed baby carrots. We just ate, Cabbage Patch. Half-empty plates are still sitting on the floor from the last time she tried to feed us. I know you need something to do, but give beef Wellington. So it does have to be good. Okay. Back to she lifts the lid. She lifts the silver lid to reveal beef Wellington with glazed baby carrots. We just ate, Cabbage Patch. Half-empty plates are still sitting on the floor from the last time she tried to feed us. I know you need something to do, but give beef Wellington a rest. I know you need something to do, but give beef Wellington a rest. Okay. I'll leave it here. Make sure to drink your brain juice. Make sure to drink your brain juice. Make sure to drink your brain juice. Right. My exotic loot box from the Holy Alfredo fight contained a tin mug tagged Drinky Thinky that's supposed to raise my psyche score over time. It hasn't accomplished anything yet, but anything I drink from it tastes like a great cup of coffee, so I'm not complaining. On it. Just call me if you need me. Just call me if you need me. Just call me if you need me. She cheerily waddles back to her math puzzles. Pepper is dealing with boredom in her own way, Somewhere along the way, her 7th grade math quiz got an update. She's currently playing simultaneous games of Minesweeper and Sudoku. Her chalkboard doesn't even really look like a chalkboard anymore. Like Pepper's math puzzles, it's been upgraded. The marks don't look like chalk. They're cleaner, more digital, and all the lines are very tidy and geometric. I suspect that with nothing else to do, she's spent a few hours making it prettier. I glance at my M1. I glance at my M1 Garand and wonder if I should try target practice again. Matchstick brought me a bunch of class 3 ammo. And I spent a few hours inside the inflatable playing a game targeting fix-it drones. But my riflery proficiency stalled out at 50%, and I don't feel like another round. I call up my Cobblepot map and Cobblepot map and check it again. I call up my Cobblepot map and check it again. When I picked our destination, I aimed the night shift at the biggest Rift Elite star on the map, the absolute primo spot in the galaxy, a place called Xanadome Carousel. But we have no idea what the carousel is or what the quest might be, and there's no way to find out until we get there. Nothing to plan for, nothing to prepare. Nothing to plan for, nothing to prepare. Nothing to plan for, nothing to prepare. No. Push-up contests, Pong, Sudoku. Games keep us distracted while we're bored. And Riftborn is the King Kong of distractions. Riftborn is the King Kong of distractions, built for the boredest generation ever. But right now, I would kill for a good book. Maybe a Stephen King or a Michael Crichton. Hell, even a Jack Reacher. But as you might expect, Riftborn doesn't offer novels. To them, the only thing their customers need to read is a character sheet and an invoice. Books don't have a place in a world of digital distractions. For the maker, I don't like that. For the attention economy, books are obsolete, like me. I flick my map closed and stand up. I flick my map closed and stand up. Okay, I think we're all getting a little stir crazy. Why don't we punch that guy in the mouth? I swear. Punch that guy in the mouth, I swear. Rincewind blinks into existence on the deck, already in a conversation with Wahoo, who's right behind him. He just stole her away like it didn't matter at all. Wahoo shakes his head. That guy's trash, no cap. That guy is trash, no cap. Hey, guys. Hank waves, finally glad to have someone new to talk to. What's going on? What's going on? His wingman cucked him. Wahoo complains. Stole his girl. Stole his girl. Stole his girl. Hi, boys. Hi, boys. What? Pepper claps. You want some food? No. Rincewind slumps in his chair. Rincewind slumps in his chair, pouting over his lost lady love. Is nobody else here yet? I checked the 5 time zone clocks we mounted over the bridge. It's 9:41 Saturday morning in Seoul. It's 9:41 Saturday morning in Seoul, South Korea. 9:41 Friday evening in Toledo, Ohio. Rince and Wahoo are exactly halfway around the world from each other and somehow totally in sync. You guys are early. Yeah, I know. Rincewind flop. Oh, he flops into a chair twice. Stuff you find when you're doing the audiobook. Yeah, I know. Rincewind sighs. I didn't feel like hanging out in the real world. Okay? I don't want to hear about girlfriend problems. I've got troubles of my own. Hey, there's something I've been meaning to ask. You know about magic stuff, right? That's what it says on the character sheet. Can you explain elixir to me? Wahoo cocks his head. Why, you got some? I've got 4. I've got 4. I've got 4, each one from a boss battle. I've long since memorized the description. Trickster elixir. 4 of 5. These shimmering vials of liquid seem to shift colors when they're... Let's try it the other way. Trickster elixir. 4 of 5. These shimmering vials of liquid seem to shift colors when tilted. Never the same shade twice. Its surface ripples as if it resists being named. Its surface ripples as if it resists being named. Trickster elixir will remain inert until all 5 units are fused. How do I fuse them? Rince waves his hand. Just dump them in a bowl or cup. It's not that hard. Then what? And you get a spell. Rince shrugs. Riftborn lets everybody do a little magic. It helps keep characters unique. Keeps their subscriptions going. Wahoo chuckle. Keeps their subscriptions going. Wahoo chuckles. What spell do I get? Stay with rinse. It depends. What kind do you have? Trickster elixir? Little test tubes? No. What kind of elixirs? A blue one? A green one? No. What path magic are they? No. What path of magic are they? He snaps his fingers. Right. You're not a magic Right. You're not a magic user. You wouldn't be able to see it. He cocks his head. Wait, they don't let living legends. Wait, they don't let living legends see path magic? Wait, they don't let living legends see path magic? I don't even know what path magic is. I look at Pepper. Do you? I don't know. Pepper smiles, completely clueless. That's weird. Wahoo blinks at Pepper, then Rinse. Right? Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so there are a whole bunch of ways to cast spells. Components, verbal keys, movements, like my parkour pulse, like my parkour pulse. Right. But they're all magic paths. Elements, actions, forms, qualities, wildcards, whatever. Elements, actions, forms, qualities, wildcards, whatever. And each path has a different subpath called veins. And each path has a different subpath called veins. Like push, pull, lift, break, yeah? Yeah. Elixir is a magic vein. Elixir is a magic vein. You combine a few veins and they blend into a unique spell. Alchemy. So the Riftborn magic system is Legos. So the Riftborn magic system is Legos. Basically. Here, let me see your elixir. I hands over the test tubes and both wizards examine them. That's a 5-part spell. Wahoo nods. Not bad. Rincewind holds up one vial at a time. You have Bind, Shadow, Echo, and Neutron. Rincewind almost smiles. That could be interesting. I bet it's a spell that creates like a metal net. Wahoo wiggles his fingers. Cage your enemies in darkness. Rince laughs. More likely, it creates a black teaspoon made out of star metal that's too heavy to lift. Or something that makes your belt never come off. They're super random. It's not even worth guessing what it will be until you have the 5th elixir, which can change the whole thing. I eye my little test tubes with a new respect. And when I mix them, you drink it. Wahoo grins. Wahoo grins. Like Alice in Wonderland. Like Alice in Wonderland. Huh. There's a secret part of me that really wants to cast a magic spell. But I don't know if I want to ingest one. You said some spells require magic words? You said some spells require magic words? Bus Rhoda! Wingardium Leviosa! Bippity boppity! Wingardium Leviosa! Bippity boppity boo! Bippity boppity boo! Boo! So if I could make if I can make somebody shut up, it would stop them from casting a verbal spell? So if I could make somebody shut up, it would stop them from casting a verbal spell? I mean, it's not like I'm saying it into the mic, but my character says it, so yeah, I guess. So that's what Silencio is for. All my hermit skills I've figured out myself. But I never could figure out the point of silencing someone for 30 seconds. Other than the obvious. Silencio is a spell stopper. Cool. Thanks. Hey. Rince leans into me. There's something I've been meaning to ask you too. You're an AI that's officially in our party. So you have to help us if we ask, yeah? Like, that's a rule? Living legends are supposed to be augmented NPCs, and that's how the night shift sees me. And that's how the night shift sees me. They also know I've helped them a ton and getting into Xanadome Carousel will help them even more. They've been more appreciative than the Rift Elite players. But I don't like being called an AI. It's insulting. I'm as real as you are. Empathy engine. Pushing your luck. Please stay in character. Even freeloading grinder scum should expect a seamless experience while playing Riftborn. Thank you for ensuring that experience. And your own continued medical care. Thank you for ensuring that experience and your own continued medical care by keeping your consciousness private. We wouldn't want any doxing. There's a tone in that voice that lets me know the empathy There's a tone in that voice that lets me know the empathy engine will icebox me if I continue flirting with the truth. Proclaiming I'm real is a no-no. Yeah, I'll try to help. So answer me this. Rincewind leans in conspiratorially. Do you know the cheat codes? Or where the Riftborn Easter eggs are? Like, is there a list? Is there a list? I shrug. No idea. No idea. Damn. Rincewind sags. A friend of mine found an Easter egg and got a tricked out vehicle. A friend of mine found an Easter egg and he got a tricked out vehicle. An actual Star Destroyer. Would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. And I wish I knew the cheat code. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. And I wish I knew the cheat codes, but I don't have them. I'll tell you anything I know. How to get a girl? Rincewind snorts. How to get a girl? Rincewind snorts. Wahoo can't help but laugh. Right? Right? Tell us that. Tell us that, Legendary D. I paid 20 respawns for that. Stop using a wingman. Stop using a wingman. They look at me, surprised. What? What? Double those on top of each other. The wingman. The wingman. The whole Top Gun thing. It doesn't work. It doesn't work unless one of you is married or gay or gay. The wizards blink at me, looking stupid. Let me guess, you've never seen Top Gun? No, I saw it. No, I saw it. No, I saw it. Rince blinks. I just wasn't expecting you to answer. Wingmen suck. I fold my arms. Guys are dogs. Your friend went after the girl you liked. The next guy probably will too. Dogs don't share bones. Dogs don't share bones. Dogs don't share bones. What you need, I raise my chin, is a wing woman. A wing? Rincewind stammers. Woman? A girl wingman? Wahoo shakes his head. That wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. 1,000%. I nod firmly. A guy might hype you up, but a girl will vouch for you. Help another girl trust you. And girls like trust. The two wizards stare at me like they can't grasp the concept. Think about it. You go to a party, you're already with a girl. You go to a party, you're already with a girl. Now the other girls know you're pre-approved. Now the other girls know you're pre-approved. They get interested. They get interested. Your friend tells them you're mysterious and intriguing. And all of a sudden, you're in a conversation. And all of a sudden, you're in a conversation. If you don't screw that up, if you don't screw that up, you've got a date. If you don't screw that up, you got a date. If you don't screw that up, you got a date. I spread my hands. I spread my hands. All because of a wing woman. All because of a wing woman. All because of a wing woman. That's Rincewind blinks. That's actually a really good idea. That's actually a really good idea. No kidding. No kidding. Wahoo nods. Now, if I only had a girl that would vouch for me. Now, if I only had a girl that would vouch for me. Now, if I only had a girl that would vouch for me. I grin. I grin. That might be part of your problem. That might be part of your problem. That might be part of your problem. We all laugh at that. We all laugh at that. Wahoo, just keep this rolling. That might be part of your problem. We all laugh at that. Wahoo gestures for me to continue. So what else do you know, DDD? Bloop, bloop. Oh, that's the end of recording time. Family's home. Thank you all so much. Ciao, bella.